What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're live to both with the first Banlist discussion of YugiTube. Yeehaw! Highbrow content, but no sooner than does expire in March, very early. So, we want to talk about the real possibilities of what might happen. Now, chat has some imagination, let me tell you, and they have a lot of cards added to this discussion, so I'm going to say my opinion on some of what chat had, and also include chat's opinions on certain cards. So this is actually a very big discussion in the community. Should we ban Benton or limit her to one? Almost everybody agrees something should happen to her. So, in chat, press 1 if you think that she should be limited to 1, and press 0 if you think she should go to 0. See, usually we say 2. We're catching chat off guard early. Ah, see, look at the early 2. We got him. So, 0 would put this at 0. 1 would put this at 1. Gotta keep it live, chat. So there's a pretty good mix, but there's a lot of... Okay, YouTube's gone crazy. YouTube is dead split, and I see a lot more ones over here at Keeper at 1. So, a lot of people think that putting her at 0 would kind of kill the deck, even though they have the rank 1 XCs coming. I can see both arguments. Her ability is just crazy. She's still searchable within the deck. Like, people are going to find ways to play her. But at 1, I do think it's a lot more fair, and you keep the deck a bit alive. And we saw that deck's not invincible this weekend at the LCS. Where was it at? It was present, but was it taking over? No, not necessarily. Other decks can still play against it. It's not like it's tier 0 or anything crazy, and I do think that it does deserve a little check and balance, but I don't know about just straight up taking it onto the list. So the next card is also one that people argue at 0 to 1, and that's Calamities, the communal boss monster, as we might as well call him. I want to see yours here again. Press 0 for him to be at 0. Press 1 for him to be at 1. And chat's already with the zeros before I've even started. Okay, so a lot more people. This is a turn-long floodgate. In your possession is a crazy phrase, and I do think I think it's about his time. I think he's kind of earned it. I think it's about time to take the axe to the dragon's belly and head and chop it off and stop it where it's at. This card has just become so powerful over time. It's one I used to love and find unique as a boss monster back when Zodiacs ruled the earth, which is happening again. And this was more so being played with the actual True King decks, True King dinosaurs and stuff like that. It's really kind of sad how often it gets pulled out and what's becoming Droplet. Having just that as an answer, this can chain to Imperm or wait for card commitment. It's just too much in my opinion. Now, people are looking for some hits to good old Eldlich at this point in time. That engine really appears in a lot of decks, and I think Konami personally isn't done selling it yet. I think that Konami has reprinted the Golden Lord, yes, but they love to reprint side sets and stuff like the Megatons now, and I don't think they're done cashing in and selling. So while I think Eldlin to 1 or something like that would be a great balance, I don't see it. Or Sanguine to 1. I don't know how you would want to hit the engine. I don't think they'll hit the Golden Lord directly either. I just don't think they're done cashing in yet, if they are going to hit it. And we've also seen semi-balanced engines like this, such as Invoked, hang around for a long time. Speaking of which, chat, some of you all wanted this banned. Here's your time to stand up and speak. Press 1 if you think this deck should get hit at all. Press 2 if no, what are you talking about? The engine always fades out, it's fine. I feel like the engine does come back early in list. I do feel like it sees a lot of play throughout format after format, but it's almost become the modern day gladiator beast to me. And you can see Twitch heavily saying, overall it shouldn't be hit. A couple of ones though. And YouTube with a mix here. Pretty diverse mix, actually very even once again. But I'm with Twitch more so. I think that this engine, people choose to play it, it keeps mixing in with things like Dogmatica most recently. It tends to phase out and another version of the deck steps up, and it turns out it wasn't optimal, it was just the easiest first choice. I don't think that this deck is the craziest, most insane thing. I hit it for fun, huh? Yeah, just make some people salty, that's what you want, some tears. Oh, okay, chat. Now, here's another one that's come up. Have you read them? It's Miscellaneousaurus. Somebody in chat was actually crying that this was on screen. I think miss to 1 is fine, and I'm going to explain myself. But let's see, chat. Do you press 0 for banned, 1 for at 1, or 2 for no hits at all? 3 options this time. 0, 1, 2. 0 for at 0, 1 for at 1, 2 for no hits at all. And almost everybody does want some kind of hit, as you're seeing. I personally think at 1 would be fine because hard opening him is the problem. So when something goes down that's like Fossil Dig or Overraptor in combination, like, because the Fossil Dig will go get Overraptor when you already have it, it makes life just so much easier. Making life harder for the Dino player is okay, even though this deck keeps taking a backseat in the meta. It's still a huge threat. Any meta, it feels like dinos can just break in, roar, come in, destroy your entire board with a conductor, and Miscellaneousaurus makes that all so much more happen. And in a sense, he is a Floodgate. Lost World is Floodgate-ish as well. And together, that protection Floodgate-like material, it actually floodgates your opponent from being able to deal and interact with your cards. I do think this deserves to go to 1, not at none for me. I'm not going to say it none. Now, this is just me being salty. I'll bring it up every ban list discussion. Ban Mystic Mine. Chat, you don't get a voice on that one. Not this time. Let's jump to another much more active conversation that is every ban list conversation. Should Maxx C come back? My answer is 0 or 3. So let's see, chat. 0 or 3. Just say it. 0 or 3. I want to see. Press 3 for 3, 0 at 0. Let's see what y'all got. A lot of 1s, I assume those would be 3s. No 2s. Heck no. No 1s, no 2s, 0 or 3. No other argument matters. None other should be in the building. You either see a maximum amount of these and get both players equal chances and make it not as disproportionate for people to be seeing this, or you keep it at none. It's either one, and it's a pretty big split. It is a very big split, and more so starting to lean towards, I see a lot of the screen names posting a couple of times. YouTube really wants it back. Twitch a little more split. More people want it back than ever, huh? That is actually a shift. That is a shift from what's been happening. Okay, I personally think Harp Horror can come back. I think Harp Horror is fine at this point to try, even with Rusty Bardish. Orcust keeps flopping. They got Gearsu. It didn't do enough. The consistency is just not there. I see some people saying, ban Babel. This is back fine. I think you could try right now. So, press 1 if you think Harp Horror should come back at 1, or press 0 if it stays banned. People are ahead of me on YouTube. I see a lot of 1s for Harp Horror. I think it's fine. It's still a clunky deck, but it's less clunky. You can mix it with the Machinas. You can do interesting things with it. You have the Scrap Raptor coming. I don't think it would necessarily be the top option for a lot of those decks even. I think there's different ways to play them moving forward, but it still would be very interesting to at least give them Harp Horror back. Just do it. Now let's go to another page of that format real quick. Colossus. Colossus, yo, the boy that has been lost. Press 0 for 0, 1 for at 1. 0 or 1. I see a giant. No! No, the flashbacks. I've been floodgated. This is a self-protecting walking floodgate. But personally, oh, I see a ton of 0s. Wow! Really? I think he can come back to 1 at this point a little bit. I personally think that the corridor isn't the greatest excuse. More so that he's a walking floodgate is a better excuse. But I think he'd be okay at 1. Then again, I'm biased. I played Stunder, so maybe don't listen to me smile. I've also made the argument for him staying banned at times, but as time goes on and there's more ways to deal with him, I kind of think he should come back. Zeus, yeah. I think this should go to 1. This isn't the chat interactive one. This is more of me saying something. I think that this card should go to 1. You should not be able to stack a Zeus on a Zeus and do that with Starlights just because you bought into GameStop stocks. You should not be stacking Zeus on Zeus and have that ability. This guy should be at 1. He's the modern day Exiton, and Exiton was at 1 for a reason. This guy should be at 1. Now, here's one I want chat to interact with. Dragoon / Verte, if there should be a hit to either. I don't think you should ban Verte, and doing it to 1 would do nothing. So, more realistically, it's the talk of banning Dragoon. Press 1 if you think Dragoon should be banned. See, I see 0s already. 1 if Dragoon should be banned. 2 if he should stay able to be made. Kill it, ban it, take it out with the shotgun like Old Yeller, huh, chat? Alright, a lot of people now pressing 1 for the ban. 2, it is very even. Unfair Dragoon. So Dragoon really wasn't doing anything until this format. Now he has become the present danger and problem we knew he would be, and the problem is how generically easy he can be played for his bricks. The bricks get outweighed by the solution, but then if he was banned, we wouldn't see the awesome play like the fake pump of Predaplant Verte Anaconda not being able to make him and people nuking boards and doing stuff like that. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I used to lean towards it being banned. I still kind of do. I don't like generic decks all ending on the same guy, so I kind of see where chat's coming from. Next up is one that, okay, I'm gonna just say it. It should come back. You let Trith scream in the streets. Let Farfa react to that content. This should come back, and this is the perfect list before Ghost from the Past to help it out, to help Blazing Vortex struggling so bad, to just help with everything. This card should be back at its current power. It shouldn't have been banned in the first place. Only 2 to 3 Pendulum decks were topping per event, if not one, when this was out. I don't think it should have been hit in the way that it should have, and it seemed very much like Konami just wanted people to stop playing Pendulum. Alright, this is one for chat to interact in. LP, press 0 if you think it should be banned, press 1 if it should stay out. 0 versus 1. Dragon Link has still been present, has still been a deck. This is an absurd enabler, but does it deserve the ban list? I want to see what you guys say. Very, very even on Twitch. A lot more people saying it should stay around. Very even on YouTube. C's of zeros, then C's of ones, and then mixes. Oh, man. This one is hard for me. I personally think that this, from the extra deck just being what it is, I feel like it's about it's time to be up. But then again, Dragon Link isn't like dominantly taking over. It's just another deck in the mix. So I feel like if the ban list is the nuclear option, it's to eliminate the metagame and start anew and let other things rise up, then LP needs to be taken care of. But if it's only a few things are not meant to do that, then I think LP stays. So I think it really depends on the rest of the ban list for me as well, which is where I'd be split. Alright, I hate to do it to my boy. Union Carrier, I love the card design, but it's just appearing in more meta decks. As time goes on, it keeps getting mixed with the wrong cards and getting other cards on the list. I think it's about time for Union Carrier to go. My vote is that this gets banned. Chat, 0 for at 0, 1 if it stays out. 0 for at 0, 1 if it stays off the list. I think it's about time to ban it. I think it is. This deck hurts card creation, which is a terrible argument to ban things, but it also continues to put other things on the list, and it just ends up in almost every combo deck, it feels like, or any deck that's building a board. Carrier to 0, carrier to 0. Yeah, I feel like at this point it is, but chat has a pretty good mix there. Now, I didn't know this was still a thing. People want Isolde banned all of a sudden. Again, this came up in chat. I don't think that this milky mommy goth GF, along with her Chad dating girl on the other side, I don't think that this needs to get banned. But I want to see you alls. I want to see what people say. So I'm going to mix up the numbers. Press 6 if it should be banned. Press 9, nice, if it should stay out. 6 for a ban, 9 stay out. I know, I'm immature. It's fun. 6-9, nice. Maybe I just want to make chat say 6-9 a bunch. My mommy Isolde stays safe. Actually a decent mix, but you see a lot more 9s, I think. Chat's a lot faster with this one. Okay, so moving on from that. How Fibrax has come into people's conversations again. My personal opinion is that the engine's not really doing much now, but I understand how many cards it has gotten hit and that it's been dealt with in multiple different ways. I think at this point, the card's okay for now. It's kind of like how Dragoon was a sleeper card, became a problem later. It could become a problem later. So again, if it's a leveling ban list, I want them gone. If it's not a leveling ban list that just destroys the meta and tries to open up new doors, then he stays. I think he's fine if it's one of those. Typical basic B fodder content for ban list videos. Skull Crobat Joker, can it come back? Absolutely. Plushfire, I personally think it could come back to 3, but let's try 1 for a while. Why not? Quick Launch keeps coming into people's conversations to make them play the armed new card. I guess, maybe, possibly make the Dragon Links worse that way. I don't really think this card deserves a ban, though. Sekka's Light, should this peel off the list? Yes, absolutely. I think this should be at 3, and then if another format develops where this is a problem, put it back to 1 then. Peel it on and off the list, that's fine. Do your work, Konami. And Gold Sark, should it be at 3? Well, they just put Necroface to 3, and I'm still scared of it. Even if chat thinks this should be at 3, I'm scared, and I think it should stay away from the list. Cyberstein to 3, absolutely. Malicious to 3, apparently there's mutant loops I didn't know about, and that's a problem? I didn't know that. Genuinely didn't. Loops, my brother. Mutants top tier 0 with 3 malicious. I'd kind of like to see that in action and see for myself if that truly is the case. But apparently that's why he stays at 2. Even if it was loops, couldn't you do it with 2 then? Oh, not mutant, nemesis. My bad. Nemesis? Okay, I think it's even less of a problem. Nemesis is, huh? Mally can stay at 1, well, it's at 2. Nemesis. See, this is why I'm uneducated. Not those nemesis, these nemesises. Smile. I don't think that would be the biggest problem in the world for nemesises to have a play, but maybe? My bad on the deck choices. I don't see it, but corridor's the problem! That's still why this guy is gone, huh? That being said, I'd like to see it. Thanks for watching today's live video with chat. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these early banlist conversations being first. Unless somebody happens to beat me on the upload today where we don't upload this tonight. It may be up, you know, here on Wednesday night or Thursday's video. Don't know yet. And thanks for joining the live streams, those of you helping me make this video. Really appreciate it, guys.